Good everyone, welcome to Pen Security. So in today's content, we'll be talking about comprehensive step-by-step setup for campus network project and in Cisco Packet Tracer. So we'll be covering a campus network project where we'll be building a campus network. So the network will comprise of network configuration. We'll have a layer 3 switch. We'll also have a layer 2 switch setup. We'll have HSRP for redundancy. Then we'll have trunking and EtherChannel. We'll have a DHCP from the DMZ server with a IP HEPA address, and we'll have an OSPF configuration. So on this configuration, we'll have this is the network overview. It will comprise of 2 routers, and the routers function will just be on the routing and OSPF. Then to comprise of layer 3 switches, to be 2 layer 3 switches, and also we'll be having this should be 3 layer 2 switches. That will be our access layer, and we'll have one server in the DMZ. That will be our DHCP server. But just to say, can have 3 servers or say 4 servers. So to comprise of the DHCP, comprise of web of mail, and comprise of DNS. So let's use this. Let's just put these 4 servers there. So DHCP server, web server, mail server, and DNS server. So the subnet plan, the first we'll have 3 subnets, just VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. So the first subnet will be admin, second subnet will be for faculty, and the third subnet will be for students. On the DMZ section, it's just on that /50 range. So this will focusing on our DHCP server, our web server, our mail server, and our DNS server. Then we have our R1, which is our router 1. Then we have our R2, which should be our router 2, and we have our R1 to R2. So that will be the whole comprehensive step on our networking. Then after that, I think what we'll do now is we have to just introduce our packet tracer. So then we'll build our network topology. So to build our network topology, let me just make this big. Then we'll know we have 2 routers. That is the first thing first. We have 2 routers. So let me use this switch 4300. That's to be our router. Then after getting our router, we'll have 2 layer 3 switches. So we'll grab our layer 3 switches from here. So using 3650 switch and 3650 switch. Then after getting our layer 3 switches, then we'll get in 2 layer 2 switch. Sorry for that. So that 2 layer 2 switch. Yeah. So now we'll also get another switch here for the DMZ. So we have DMZ switch. Then after doing that, so let us use a cable to get it sorted out. So we'll start from here to here, then from here to here, then from here to here, from here to here, then from here to here. This will be our DMZ. Then from here I'm trying to be consistent with the, so you know what, let us cancel this first. I always try to be consistent with whenever I'm building my network. I'm always trying to be consistent. So let's make it this way. From here to here, then from here to here, then from here to here, then also grab from here to here, from here to here. So we've done that. Then we'll follow here for our DMZ. We've done our DMZ. So let me try to make it wide so we can see what we're doing clearly. Yes. So after doing that, let me just take it up. Then the next thing we need to do now is to include our PCs. So we just add a 2 PC, 1, 2 PC and 1 printer. So that is it for that. Just copy and paste, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. Let's place it here, 2 PC and 1 printer, 2 PC and 1 printer. So after doing that, let's just assign the ports to them. Should go to here, should go to here, should come to here, should come to here, this should come to here, this should come to here, this should come to here, come to here. This will come to here. So we've added our end devices. So we all know VLAN 10 is an admin block, VLAN 20 is a faculty, and VLAN 30 is for the student. Then here let's add our server. So our servers will be on the DMZ, call it a demilitarized zone. So let's insert our servers. So come in and say this is our server. Server here, put another server. So working on 4 servers, and then another server, and then another server. So I just put the arrow automatic. So here, put it here, and then put it here. That is it for our server. So automatically we've designed our network. So let us set our EtherChannel. So EtherChannel, I will set it. I like setting my EtherChannel from 20, then 21. 21 and then 22. So that's our EtherChannel. So let me try to turn off all these options, preferences, turn that. So let me go back again, options, preferences, show ports. Yes. So what I just did is if I should touch this section, I'll be able to see the interface. So now we have our routers. So this will be our R1. This will be our R2. This will be our multi-layer switch 1. This will be our multi-layer switch 2. This will be our VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. Then on this section, this will be our DHCP. With our DHCP server. Let me use DHCP server. Then this will be our web server. This will be our DNS server. And this will be our mail server. This will be our mail server. So automatically we've designed this campus network. So what we need to do now is to start configuring the devices. So that's what we'll start doing now. So when setting up our configuration, we'll start with the layer 2 switch. Let's start with the layer 2 switch. This is VLAN 10. So we'll come to CLI. We'll say enable. We'll say configure terminal. Then we'll say VLAN 10. After configuring VLAN 10, then we'll give it a name. We'll call it admin. So after doing that, we'll exit. Then let's check how many interfaces we have. So say from interface fast Ethernet 03 to 24, we'll have to switch port it to VLAN 10. So for us to do that, we'll say interface range. Let's check again. F03 to 24. So say FA03 to 24. Yes, FA03 to 24. Let's add slash here. So we'll say switch port access. Switch port mode access. Then say switch port access VLAN 10. Look at this switch again. You can see if you check the VLAN section, you see 1111 because automatically they are assigned to VLAN 1. So if I should click this one now, it automatically change to VLAN 10. You can see now it's all on VLAN 10. So I'll say do right. After doing that, then I'll exit. Then look at these two cables here. This is a trunk port, so we have to configure trunk port. So we'll say interface range FA0/1 to 2, because that is what it is. 1 and 2. We have to truncate. They will say switch port mode trunk. They'll say do right. So automatically this port now is a trunk port. So after keep getting these write-ups, now we have to just do copy and pasting, because I really don't like wasting too much of the time. I'll just put it at the side, copy and pasting. So let's just do copy and paste, so don't just waste our time. So let me close this and then have our copy and paste section here. So what we are copy and pasting is this interface range 3 to 0. Interface range, yes, 3 to 0. Control C. Then we'll copy, paste. We go to the next one. Switch port access. Copy, paste. We'll go down. The next one is copy, paste. Then we'll put down again. So we'll exit. We'll go down and we'll say copy, paste. We'll go down. Copy, paste, trunk, and we'll say do right. So we'll go to the first one at the top. Yes, VLAN name. That's easy. So now let's close this. Finish with this. So let's we're going to the next one. The next one will be VLAN 20. That is the basic things we need there. So we'll come here and we'll do the configuration. So let's just copy, and let's get in. So CCNA, enable, configure terminal. Then we'll say VLAN 20. Name is faculty. Then we'll do the configuration. So say exit. Then let's paste what we have on our dashboard. So we'll say do right. We've done that. So let's check. You can see it's all on VLAN 20 and it's trunk already. So it's trunk. Then let's go to the last one. This will be VLAN enable, configure terminal. Then after that we'll go to VLAN 30. Name is student. Enter. Then we'll paste our configuration. But before we do that, we have to make some correction. So this will be VLAN 30. So click on copy, or paste, do right. And let's close this. And then let's close this. Let's cancel. Let's just leave it. So we have this switch here. We have this switch here. We have this switch here. So let me just give the switch a name. So let's say configure terminal. Let's say host name. Let's call it admin. Do right. Then we'll configure this one. We'll just give it a switch name. So host name, faculty, do right. Then we'll give the last one. This will belong to student. So say exit. Say host name, students, do right. So we'll finish everything about the whole access switches here now. Finish everything about the access switch. So what we need to focus on now is we're focusing on the layer 3 switch. So on the layer 3 switch, what we'll be configuring the layer 3 switch will be EtherChannel and trunking, and also we'll be configuring SVIs. So without wasting much ado, let's go. I have to turn it on first. So turn it on. Then we'll come here, turn this one on too. So let's go to CLI, it's coming on. CLI is coming on. So it's coming up. So let's just give it a few minutes for it to come up. After coming up, then we'll start with the configuration. So first thing first, we need to name all the IP addresses. So I think it should be on now. Let me just bypass the whole switch thing. So exit. So we've exited it, then configure terminal. Already on configure terminal. Exit. Configure terminal. So we're in. So first thing, we need to insert all the SVI, all the VLAN. So say VLAN 10 name is admin. Then we exit. VLAN 20. Name is faculty. We exit. They will say VLAN 30. Name is student. Now we exit. They will say do right. Now we've inserted all the VLANs. Now let's now start with the SVIs. So what the SVI simply means we're inserting IP addresses on the interfaces, because we have the interface there. So let's start with interface. So say interface VLAN 10. Then we'll go with the IP address, like we said in our previous slide. VLAN 10 will have this IP address, this 10, 20, 30. So under this subnet. So I just don't want to waste our time, so let's just go. So interface VLAN 10. Let's fill the IP address. Say IP address 192.168.10.1 255.255.255.0. Then we enter the IP address. IP address is for relay. So what it means is I want to configure DHCP on the server, so I need an IP address. So say 192.168.50.2. So this is the IP address. So on our server, this IP address here is what I will impute. So this automatically will be our DHCP IP address. So click on enter. They want to configure HSRP, which is a standby. It's a standby protocol. So we'll do standby 1 IP. That will give it 192.168.10.254. That is so I think we're making a mistake somewhere. So yeah, standby 1 IP. Yeah, so let's check it out. So we say standby STAN standby. Yes, I wrote stand D instead of standby. Standby 1 IP 192.168.10.254. That is the 1 IP. Then we'll give it priority. So say standby 1 priority priority. We'll set it to 110. So you can see it's already active. 110. Then the next one will now set preempt, but sometimes the preempt doesn't work out. Let's just put it there. So say standby 1 preempt. So we say do right. Then exit. We'll go to interface 2. Interface. Yes, we say interface VLAN 20. Now our interface VLAN 20. So let me just I already put the word there. I just don't want to waste our time. So just paste it. You can see the IP address. Click on enter. Then the next IP address will be for the EPA address. Same IP. You paste it. Then after doing that, I will go on the standby 2. So we'll go on the standby too. We can use copy. Then we'll set the priority. Then we'll do the last one, which is preempt. So we've done that. We will exit. Go to interface VLAN 3. Interface VLAN 30. We're there. So we'll say IP at 192.168.30.1 255.255.255.0. Click on enter. They will set the IP address. Say IP address. This will be our DHCP IP address, and 168.50.2. So they'll say our standby IP. We'll just put it here, standby, just paste. Then standby priority, copy, paste. Then standby preempt will be 30, copy, paste. Then we'll say do right. So successfully configured SVI on this switch. So let's just check. So you can see we have VLAN 10, 20, and then 30, which is up already. So we'll copy and paste this on our second switch, which I've already done elsewhere, just to save us time. So I will just post it here so you can get to see what we're doing. So you can see interface VLAN 10. This is the IP address. This is the standby IP. This is standby priority. That's for the second switch. We have VLAN 20. We also have VLAN 30. So let me just copy this and then come and paste it here. So just enter this interface and exit. So just paste. Do right. Yes. I've set it up already. So just wait for it to pick it up. Then after doing that, we're almost done with our project. So the next thing we have to do is we have to configure the uplinks, which is the IP that goes to the router. That's what we need to configure, the configuration that goes to the router. And judging from our IP right here, we have this one, for redundancy. So let's go with this interface. So first thing we say IP routing. So we have to set IP routing the switch. Then you come here, you also set IP routing. Is it IP routing? So IP routing simply means that it will take the position of a router. Then let's go to the interface. So we'll come to this interface now, and we'll say no switch port. Once we set no switch port, we'll be able to insert IP address. So now let's go to the CLI now. You can see. So at this point now, I can insert IP address. So I'll say 192.168.100.2. It's all about 255.255 and 252. This is a /30 IP address. Call it point-to-point IP address. After doing that, we'll close it because some people set it up already. So let's just say do right. Then let's come to this other section. So we'll come to this other section. This is let's check. this will be interface /102. So come here, so say no switch port, then we'll go back. So we can set an IP address. So let's say 192.168.100. So we've used let's go back and check incoming. We've used 2. So we use 2, here will be 1. So we can use 3. So we use 4. So say 192.168.100. So 1, 2, we can use 3. So the next will be 4. 255.255.252. So that would be the IP address. So say, why is it not working? So we have a default gateway, which is we can use a 1. Okay, we'll say 1, 2. So let's insert 192.168.0.445.6. Okay, I think it's 5. We can use to be 5 and 6, 252. Yes. So we say do right. So yeah, do 5 and 6. So now this section now is the IP address will be 5. So here will be 6. So I just want us to take note of that. So let's configure this one, the IP address. So interface this, they will say no switch port. So let's enter the IP address. Why is it not working? We'll just go with the no switch port. Yes. So now let's go with the IP address 192.168.200.252. So insert the IP address there. So we'll also come back and say no switch port. So we had the IP address here. Say 192.168.200.5. That will be 252. So say no switch port. Do right. So we save this IP address and we save this IP address as well. So let's consider the ports that we're using so we know what we're doing. So now let's go to this router and we'll turn them on. So I have to turn them on. Yes, I have to turn this router on. So we have our main interfaces here. Check. This is /101. This is /101 here, and it goes to this, and the /101 IP address is 2. So 100 will be 1. So turn it on. We'll say 192.168.100.152. So that is the IP address for that, and we'll save that. Then let's check this one. This one is going to this section, so this will be, this port is 101. So let's check our 101. 101 is 200/2. So we'll come here, and it's affecting this this IP address here. So 001. So we'll say we'll turn it on. I'll say 192.168.200.1 and 252. So we'll say to right. We've inserted the IP address here. Yes. So let's go to this section now. So this port is port what? This is port 101/2 102. So 102 is having what IP address? 102 is having /105. So and it's going to this port here 000. 5 will be 6. So 5 will be 6. So turn it on. I'll say 192.168.000.6 252. That's it for that. Then let's go to the side and check this port. This port is port what? Port 102. So let's check what 102 is giving us here. 102 is port 5, so it will be 206. So and it's going to this port 1001. So say 192.168.206 255 and then 252. So they would say do right. We've done that already. So we've configured that. So I have this IP address here, this IP address here. So next thing we'll do now is I want to configure OSPF on the routers, so to broadcast all the networks. Yeah, so before we configure the OSPF, remember our DMZ here, we've not inserted the IP address for that SBI. So let's come here and check what port is this on. Interface 6. So let's go to configure interface 6. Then you say no switch port. After going over, then we add our IP address. We come back and add IP address. So our IP address for that interface will be 192.168.50.1 255. Yeah, that would be our IP address for the interface for the DMZ. Because that is what we are doing for our IP address. That is what it is. So let's just put that IP address there, 50 and 1. So let's say do right now. These are SVI. I just want to try something. So for the servers, we have to go with the static IP address. So say 192.168. Let's say 50.2 255. Then default gateway will be 192.168.50.1. When I say default gateway, that is the gateway for our IP address. So we now include DNS server. I like my DNS server to start from 12. I don't know why, for some reason. 192.168.50.12. So this is our DNS server. I will insert it in the other switch later. I just want to try something. So we've set this up. Now let's see if we can ping to our gateway. Ping 192.168.50.1. You can see we can communicate to our gateway. So everything is going on point. We can communicate from here to here. There's communication here. So our server is working fine. So let's configure the OSPF. So for us to configure OSPF is not difficult. We just say router OSPF. Since we have just one network in the whole of infrastructure, we just say let's exit, say router OSPF with a process ID of 10. Then we say router ID. Let's just leave it to that router ID. So I feel like we should go with the router ID, but let's just leave it. Let's just see. We'll say network. Then we'll insert the IP address because they are all in one subnet. 168.0.0.0. Then supposed to be 20. Then the wildcard mask will be 0.0.0. Then 0.0. Yes, 255.255 as a command area 0. So this would be our right. So this would be our OSPF. So I have to put this on all the routers and multi-layer switches that will be doing the routing. So let's just go to my note. Just put it down in my note. So just clear this and then we just copy and paste it. It's easy. So copy this and it should be 10. It's 10. So put this also in my exit. Just paste it. Do right. Then we'll paste this as well. Exit. Paste. Do right. Then we'll paste it. Exit. Paste. Do right. So let's wait. It should be able to see the network. It should be able to see the network. Let's wait and see. It should be able to see the network that will be broadcasted. Let's see. Yes, I can see. So this is our network that is being, because while we're just working on just one network, so this is the network that is being broadcasted. So let's check here as well. Supposed to see a network here. So you should be able to see a network. I don't know why for some reason. Yes, this is on the same two network processes. I don't know why this is not seeing networking. Okay, it has seen one. So come up later, I think. Yes, so everything is working fine. Good, we are on 1 point. So now we've successfully built this infrastructure. And what else are we missing out? I think what we need to set up now is should be our set up our DHCP pool. Our DHCP pool for our IP addressing. So we have okay, let's first of all set up our server. Let's add IP address to our server. So if we check here, our DNS server is 12. So let's just come set up, say 192.168.50.12 255.255. Then before get will be this. I like copying it very fast. Ctrl C, then put it here. Then DNS server as usual is 12. Then we've done that. So let me just copy this. So we've done our DNS server. So we can use on 10 with desktop. Maybe 10. 12 and then so we've done that as well. Then I think we're going to the mail server desktop. So can just use 111 255 and then our DNS and then so this will be our gateway. So this will be 12 our DNS. So I think that's done. So let's check the all our IP addresses. So let's try to see if we can communicate to the DHCP. DHCP we all know DHCP is 2. So say ping 192.168.50.2. So yeah, we can communicate with audio. So let's try to check our DNS. So DNS is 12. See, there's communication going on between the server, so the server is working fine. Then now let's try to set up our server pool. Okay, before that, let's try to see if we can communicate to these routers here, 192.168.101. So say we ping 192.168.101. You can see we can get through to our router, so it's working very fine. We can configure our router. Let's check this router as well. 192.168.206. So ping. So let's ping. Say ping 192.168.202. Very good. There's a communication going on here, so we can move from here to here. So now what we need to do now is we have to create our DHCP pool. Remember, for the DHCP pool, I'm not configuring the DHCP on these switches. I'm configuring it here on the server. So that was why we set up the. If you remember, in our previous configuration, I told you we're using an IP helper address. So the helper address automatically is our DHCP server IP. So now let's go and create a pool for the network. So we'll come here, we'll go to services, go to DHCP, we'll turn it on, then we'll create a new pool. So for the pool, we have to go with the IP address in itself. So the first one will be VLAN 10. So VLAN 10 will be this. Okay, it will be 1. So let's put this, let's ping this, and let's check. VLAN 10. What is the IP address of VLAN 10? If you check it very well closely, you can see the IP address is 192.168.10 and 1. Very good. So that is the default gateway IP address. Then enter the DNS address, which we didn't know before, as 50.12. Then what we'll do now is we'll start IP address. For us to start IP address, let's just say 192.168 and then 10.15. So that's the IP address. Maximum number of users, we can just say 500. Then that's it. Then click on let's check everything. So we'll call this one we'll call it the admin pool. That's admin pool. Then we'll click on add. We've added admin pool. So after admin pool, we'll create another pool again. The pool will be for faculty pool. So what are we changing here for the faculty pool? Come here again. Let's check. So we have a VLAN 20. So come here and change this to 20, and this will be 20. Then we'll click on add. We've added the faculty pool. Now we have to add the student pool. So let's check the student pool. Student pool will be VLAN 30. We all know that. So just put 30, and we'll put 30. So we'll click on add pool. Then that's all. So now this is moment of truth. So automatically you should be able to get IP address automatically. So let's try to request IP address from the server. You see, the DHCP request successful. So we're getting IP addresses. So let's come here, go to desktop, and ask for DHCP to give us IP address. You can see we are getting IP addresses already from DHCP. So DHCP is supplying it and it's working very fine. So ask for DHCP for IP address. It's giving us IP address. You can see our network is working very fine. It's working very fine. So successful. We're getting IP address. Desktop. DHCP successful. You can see we're getting IP addresses. So our network is complete. We've finished our network. We've completed all the tasks, all the whole prompt. We've completed it. IP addresses is working very well. So we have to test it also. Let's just get IP address for all the network first. If you notice, you should notice the IP addresses, they are changing. This is 30 because also it's on VLAN 30. So let's check. Let's get here. So we're getting IP address. Now let us see if we can communicate between VLANs. So let's say is IP config. I want to get IP address. So this is IP address. So let's see. we can communicate with one another first. So let's say ping this IP address. Yes, it's working. So now let's go to another VLAN and test it. If we can ping to another VLAN, because sometimes it will work, but it won't be able to pick another VLAN. Let's see if it connect. So you can see now it's working. We can communicate with other VLAN. It's working with other VLANs. So let's try ipconfig. ipconfig. So ipconfig. Then let's put it here to test if it will be communication. So say ping this IP address. You can see there's communication going on there. So our network is working very fine. So this is everything that entails in the campus network. So for fallacy, I'll just have to just configure. Let's just make it look fine. Just set this as we can call it admin PC1. Then this will be admin PC2. Then this will be admin printer. So this will be faculty PC1. Faculty PC2. This will be faculty printer. Then this will be student PC1. This will be student PC2. This will be student printer. So this is the end of our project. Also, before I conclude, we've not set up EtherChannel. So what is the function of the EtherChannel? So the function of the EtherChannel is simply to just address the problem of failure. That is what EtherChannel does. So what EtherChannel does is more like creating a situation for quickest route. I forgot that. Thank God I remember. So we will not set up our EtherChannel. So for us to set up our EtherChannel, let's enter, so configure terminal. Then we go to interface range. You should remember I configured it from interface range 20, 21, and 22. So interface range GIG 101/0/20 1/0/20 to, let's check, to 22 20 21 22. GIG. So yeah, so we'll go with channel. We'll say channel group 1 mode active. So now they are all in one link now. Then we'll say interface port channel 1. They will say switch port mode. Right. So we'll set up the EtherChannel already. So we'll do that for the second switch as well. So let's just copy out these codes. So let me bring out this configuration. Just paste it here. So the first one is interface range this. Oh, sorry. So I have to come with this interface ranges, copy, paste. We'll go down, channel group, copy, paste. So also, mind you, we have different ways of configuring it. You can state it, you can call it passive, but it should be passive and active. But I'm just using active, which is also realistic. So yes, active, I've done that. Then interface port channel, copy. So let's put it here. Put one. They will truncate. Yes. So that's all we need. That's all we need. So we'll enter copy. We'll do it here. Enable, configure terminal. So let's paste this. Yes. Do right. So let's just wait for it to sync together. Then after syncing, everything will work fine. So that is it about our project. So campus network, let me just get a title for it. And don't mind you, I will include this PKT file. So for those that want to work with it or play with it, so it is a campus network design. For those that will be interested in working with it or playing with it, I will include the PKT file. Thank you for watching this video to this point. I will appreciate if you like, comment and share. Thank you, have a great day, and sit back for more exciting videos like this.